Welcome to the English Department's recognition of our 2020 award winners. I'm Deborah Uman, Chair of English, and I'm proud to share with you the accomplishments of our wonderful students. The Matthew Richards Prize is named for a former English major who distinguished himself as an outstanding intellectual and one of our most generous, supportive, and compassionate students. I am pleased to give the award in his name to Daniel Ammon. A double major in English and philosophy, Dan has impressed his teachers with his intellect and curiosity since his first days on campus. As our department medievalist, Dr. Deb Vanderbilt, points out, Dan was the only student in 30 years, and probably the only one in the history of Fisher, to specifically request an independent study on Geoffrey Chaucer. Dan graduated in December and is now enrolled in the Warner School of Education at the University of Rochester. Dan received the Richards Prize for his essay, All the King's Women, King James and the Image of the Witch in Macbeth, in which he contends that Shakespeare synthesizes the anti-feminist ideologies inherent in Renaissance Christianity and King James's tract, The Demonology, which argues for the existence of witches. Dan wrote this paper for my Shakespeare seminar, and I noted in my feedback how he gave me a great deal to think about in a play that I consider myself well-versed in. His analysis of primary and secondary sources was done with sophistication and purpose, and his conclusions demonstrated great originality of thought. My only wish was that he would continue his work on his paper, and I still hope he finds time to do so. Receiving honorable mention for the Matthew Richards Award is Ashleigh McCarthy for her essay, Richie's Dirty Little Secret. What spoke to the prize committee about Ashleigh's analysis of Stephen King's novel It was that she took her pre-existing passion for Stephen King and turned it into an exemplary example of how we can and must look at literature in new ways. Reading the work of a straight author, portraying a character that most people would read as straight, Ashleigh is able to revise that interpretation under the lens of queer theory and make the complexity of Richie clear through her deep and careful close reading of the novel.